Hi. The ability to create permanent changes in our lives is not in an area that our society heavily talks about or encourages. Nope. In fact, it's a skill that many of us have put away for our own survival because we grew up in environments where it wasn't safe to express it. The skill I'm talking about is the ability to feel your feelings. In my last video, part one, I talked about some important reasons why feeling your feelings is highly beneficial to your life. We also did an exercise at the end of the video to kind of just to get your feet wet. And it should be, I'll link it right here at the top. It should be the top right. It's entirely possible that it's over here and I'm pointing in the wrong direction, but it should be the top right. In today's video, I'm going to explain how anyone can get started with feeling their feelings. And I'm also going to give you a few reasons why you should. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the technique that I use to help me stay connected to my feelings so I can recognize them and communicate them effectively. But first, my name is Erna, and I'm a transformation coach currently experiencing my own transformation. And what I do is I provide a roadmap for people who know that there's got to be more to life than this. People who are looking to heal their limiting beliefs, their traumas, their wounds, and their doubts. I provide my clients with a step-by-step process that layer by layer teaches them how to become their own healer. Because if you can be in the driver's seat of your own healing process, your life will change. I've been studying inner work and manifestation specifically for over 20 years. I know this path, and I have enough permanent results that now I want to share it with people who don't want to go through all of that guesswork. So today, we're going to talk about feeling your feelings. I'm going to share with you why, and I'm going to show you how at the very end. Let's dive in. So any even moderately effective healing tool relies on the skill and the ability to feel your feelings, whether it's EDMR or somatic experiencing or internal family systems. All of my tools that I use to support myself to heal my own anxious attachment, my scapegoat trauma, my complex PTSD, the ability to speak up for myself or set boundaries with ease, manifesting adult friendships and adulthood, or my clients, how they manifested their adult friendships or promotions, new jobs, new homes, romantic relationships, and healed their boundaries, their relationships with their coping mechanisms. All of that starts with the building block ability of being able to recognize what's going on inside of your body. And I mentioned earlier how I know most cultures are places where it's not encouraged that we pay any attention at all to our feelings. And frankly, I think that might explain a lot of the problems we're experiencing today. Myself and my clients, none of us started off as pros. I wasn't great at this when I first started, but as long as you're willing to begin and to be curious, you can build that muscle, you can strengthen your ability. So it doesn't matter, even if you've numbed your ability to feel your feelings. If you did that, you did it for a good reason. You had a valid experiences that taught you that that was the best thing for you to do. So there's no shame here. I'm telling you that if you're willing and if you're ready to start doing something differently, this is your place. Reason number one that I'm sharing today about why it's so beneficial to be able to be sensitive to your inner world enough to be able to recognize what you're feeling. The first reason is so that you can take care of yourself in the moment. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be great if we had some sort of signal to let us know not only that something is going on, but it also revealed to us, hey, this is what it is and this is how to fix it. If there was some kind of homing device that we could always trust, that was never wrong, that we could always get curious about, and it would tell us things that are not top of mind for us. What we do, it's our feelings. And how that works exactly is that all of your emotions, all of your feelings are accompanied by a physical sensation that act like a knock on the door. Hello, trying to get your attention. And the great thing about that is it provides this map where you don't have to be in the dark or confused about exactly what's going on. The more sensitive you become, the more you practice and spend time feeling your feelings, you can read that map like it's glow in the dark. And you'll know what's going on. You'll be able to go inside and see, oh, I don't like what I'm hearing right now. I might not know why, but but I don't like what I'm hearing. Or you're doing something, or you're in a place that you're uncomfortable. you'll know, your signals will know, your sensations will know before your conscious mind is even fully aware. So here's what that can look like. Just imagine in your mind that you're having a conversation with your romantic partner or with a friend or just someone you're in a relationship with, and they say something and it lands for you, ooh, that feels weird. If you're sensitive to your emotions and your feelings and your sensations, you can say in the moment right then, ooh, something feels weird about what you just said, or that something feels different. Would you mind explaining more? Right there in the moment, giving them an opportunity to clarify and to bring relief to yourself. And then imagine they start talking and expounding more. And the more they talk, the more you can fine tune and refine exactly, ooh, this is what feels off about that. And you're able to say, hey, when you said X, Y, Z, I felt this way. And you're able to then have a conversation. No waiting, no built up resentment, no trying to guess or figure out what they meant, no light bulb moments in the shower, this is what I should have said, because you said it right there in the moment, giving you and that person an opportunity to create a stronger relationship, or it gives you a chance to see their true colors and see if they truly value, what's coming up for you and what your feelings are. Now pause right there. Take just a moment. How did what I just say feel to you? Did that make you feel huge relief? Did that feel like, oh, that's what I'm going to do next time, or that just seems like an obvious answer, or I just did that last week? Did it bring up anxiety for you? Are you feeling nervous? Is anything going on in your stomach area? Did you roll your eyes? All of that is perfect. All of that is data, signals, information. Anything that's coming up, those are all bite-sized messages that have likely been there for a long time. They've been there for a while, just waiting for you to acknowledge them without trying to get rid of them, waiting for you to notice and name them so they can explain themselves and then release. So it's all good information. Regardless of what came up when I shared that example, can you see how being sensitive to your internal world has a very practical effect on your physical life? And so it's easy to think of emotions as easy to ignore or soft or not important, but they're directions. It's wisdom. And if you spend time strengthening and developing your noticer, you're able to meet your own needs quicker. And so this very, again, unseen, soft thing has a very solid impact on your practical life. And I'll share more examples in a minute, but this is also why it's important that you give yourself permission to feel the full range of your emotions. We don't want to label anything that you're feeling as good or bad or negative or unwanted. We don't want to try to hold on to what's comfortable and what's easy and what's good while shunning and rejecting and roping off the section with the bad emotions. Because the thing is when you cut off your ability to feel any of your emotions, you actually flatten all of them. So the less access you give yourself to your anger, to your jealousy, to your feelings of insecurity, to your feelings of instability, the less joy you're able to access, the less love, feelings of pride you're able to access. And let me just say this, you're not a bad person if you feel insecure or if you're jealous. The feelings of anger or fear, they don't make you weak. Those are all signals. You can consider them as pain signals. No one thinks they're a bad person because they stumped their toe or because they feel a stinging feeling on their calf. If anything, it's a sign that you're probably getting bit by a mosquito and you might want to go grab some ointment or go grab something to take care of yourself. It's a signal to let you know you need some care. So there's no need to shame yourself for feeling the heavier or negative emotions. Give yourself access to all of them. And with experiencing the range of your emotions, it's important that you know that you're not going to lose yourself. If you allow the big anger or the big fear, you're not going to get pulled into the undertow of all of that sensation. If you know how to allow it and to just witness it and let it be there, you can watch a war play out from arm to arm in your entire chest, in your stomach, face hot. You can observe all of that. You can observe the heightening of the wave at the top where it's just chaos. And if you can ride it, between 30, 90 seconds, allow it, it will crash and it will calm and you will come back to peace. That curiosity when the sensations are high, that's the key right there, allowing it. Not trying to fix it, not trying to make it go away. I'm stronger than this. No, this is your time to be weak. This is your time to just be and not trying to use your strength to make yourself strong again. Let the emotions pass and your strength will return. Friend, all of your emotions are messages. They're all signals trying to get your attention, to get you the help that you've been looking for. And so the more that you develop that muscle, the more that you get stronger, have a stronger noticer, the more you'll be able to reliably bring yourself relief. This also lets you know when you're triggered. Being triggered isn't a bad thing. A trigger is a doorway into freedom if you know what to do with it. If you notice, oh, I'm feeling really angry right now or really activated, or you might not even have a word for it yet. You just know you're feeling it all up in here, that's good. That lets you know, hey, something needs your attention. Maybe this is a trauma and you are reliving a part of your past. Maybe you're hungry. You won't know until you're able to notice and pay attention. And when you can take care of your needs. Maybe you need to move a little bit. Maybe you need to have some physical intimacy. Maybe you need a meal. Maybe you need to go play some games, something to make your day better, improve your mood. And then, of course, the moods of people who are around you because you are now in a good place. So those are benefits. And there are more of being able to be sensitive to your inner world and to your sensations. You can start learning how to do that right now. I'm going to guide you through an exercise now. So let's go ahead and get started with that. While you get somewhere comfortable and rearranging your seat, I'm going to tell you a few things up front. First, I am a coach, but I'm not your coach. We haven't had a conversation about, your medical care or what your physical needs are. So use your judgment in proceeding through with this exercise. There is some breath work involved. Take care of yourself. If you're unsure, watch me do it first and then, jump in. Secondly, because we're feeling feelings, sensations are going to come up. And so I find that if, people know ahead of time, hey, you might notice some heat in your throat or some tingles in your fingers, they're better prepared. And so I want to let you know, you might notice a spark in your pinky or maybe even a twitch, in your foot. Don't be alarmed. You're okay. You can allow it to be there. Also, be patient with yourself. You're possibly just starting out. You're rebuilding a muscle, and no matter how little you've used it throughout your lifetime, starting is a way to get stronger. Not doing it right, messing it up, that's what mastery and great at it always look like in the beginning. So it doesn't matter where you're starting from. Okay, so just remember to be extra patient and gentle with yourself and give yourself grace. We're going to start with some deep breathing, just a few quick deep breaths here, and then we're going to go into a tool called tracking, sensations and emotions tracking. I didn't invent that. I didn't come up with that, and everyone I see who does it differently. But the deep belly breaths prior to the tracking, I first saw Dr. Hilary Jacobs Hendel do that. And what the point of deep breathing is, before entering into a deeper, they call it embodiment technique or process, is it turns up the volume on your sensations. You can see them more clearly. You can notice them easier. And if you were to come back to this and skip the deep breathing, you'll notice it's a little harder to pinpoint what's going on where. Versus if you do the breathing, you'll see more. So we're going to do that for a few minutes. I'll keep track. And the only rules, if there were rules to this, they are: 1, if you feel it, if you notice it, say it out loud. A sensation, say it out loud. A thought, if you're describing a sensation, describing an emotion, if you're not sure what to name it, what to label it, just say, I feel something here on this side of my body. So if you feel it, say it. The second rule is to allow, and you'll see me do that. I'll model that for you. But if you notice something come up, you just want to let it be there and not try to change it. And then that third rule would be that whatever is there for you, That's what we want to pay attention to. A saying I used to say all the time is, if the divine is serving socks, you eat socks. If your body is serving up this emotion or this thought, we just give that our attention. And that's what gets your curiosity. We're not here to try to make you feel any particular way. We're not here to pinpoint, ooh, I want to feel this, ooh, I want to feel that, I want to go in that direction. This isn't the time for that. This is a time where all emotions, sensations, and feelings are perfectly welcome. So keep those in mind. And again, you'll see me model these things as we go through it. So get comfortable, close your eyes. I have the timer, and I'll guide you through. So let's start by taking 6 deep belly breaths. And by belly breaths, I mean the exhale is longer than the inhale. So deeply in, as much as you can, and then slowly create a circle with your lips, breathing out slowly. Very good. Back in. And slowly back out. A few more like that. In and out. Keep going like that. Perfect. Keep going. Almost there. And a final one with your eyes closed, continued. Now notice in your body, is there any sensation that stands out, but it's not too intense? Just one that you notice. Go ahead and name it out loud. And you want to look around and see what else is there. Anything in your shoulders, in your back. You notice where your bottom connects to your seat, or where your feet or your heels connect to the floor. You want to notice and name each sensation one by one. Give the location. I feel heat on the tops of my ears. I feel calm over my chest. I feel buzzing the top of my chest. Don't be surprised if your body releases through burping or yawning or heavy breathing. Those are your sensations, getting some attention, moving around and releasing. You want to name each sensation that you have. Very good. Now you want to see if any of those sensations are attached to a particular emotion. Is there anxiety, boredom, fear, a sense of calm in your arms or your feet, perhaps. Notice that and name it out loud. You're doing well. Are any thoughts coming up? Even thoughts like, is this working? Am I doing it right? Great. Those thoughts are allowed to be there. You just want to observe. Take a deep breath. And back out again. And continue observing. And for now, we're just looking at those emotions and naming them. That's a way of validating them, giving them a voice. I want you to wrap up feeling and noticing the sensation that you're on right now. And if that place where you are, where your attention is, if it feels good, you can stay there. Otherwise, notice a calm place in your body and pay attention there for a moment. Perfect. And once you're there, let's take 3 more deep belly breaths in and slowly out. In. Very good. One more. Awesome. You can open your eyes. Great job. You might need to stretch a little bit. That's normal. Go ahead and do that. So notice how you feel right now. It may be helpful for you to pull out your journal and write down some thoughts, what you're feeling right now. If you're comfortable, please feel free to share in the comments and express it that way. If you feel a need to talk about it and to express what's coming up for you, please give that to yourself. With this kind of practice, it's important, or it's most effective to do it between 4 to 5 times a week, if not every day. That's the kind of consistency that you want to maintain in order to build the muscle. Once you drop below 4 times a week, each time you do it begins to feel like the first time, and you kind of lose those gains. And so I just want to share that so you have all the information. What you want to do in the beginning is come back to this video, play the exercise. We went over the instructions, go straight to the exercise. This will be timestamped, so you'll be able to pick up right there, and take yourself through it 2, maybe 3 more times in my energy, in this space, to give yourself permission. You can borrow my permission to give to yourself, to allow anything. And then after that, you're good on your own, if that feels comfortable for you. So you can go back and watch part 1 to get the full picture of why it's really beneficial to learn this skill that seems not noticeable, that seems unimportant or small, how this tiny, invisible ability has a very real world impact on your life. Continue to do this practice. I would love to hear your experience. If you want to share in the comments, you will get a response. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.